So here's some more garbage that they're throwing at Bernie because he's leading in the polls, and it looks like they're not going to be able to stop him without cheating. So while they are cheating right now, and we don't even know the ways they're cheating right now. We don't know. We will only know after the election, like we did last time, that we found out that Hillary Clinton was funneling all the money they said they were raising for down ballot tickets. Remember, they would do fundraising. No, this is going for the people who are running for state legislatures and Congress. No, it was going right to her campaign. They lied. They committed fraud. Nothing happened. They committed a bigger fraud by telling people who were donating to the DNC that they were neutral. They weren't. That was a lie. That was also fraud. That DNC was being run by the Hillary Clinton campaign against their own charter, and they lied about it publicly. So that's how they cheated him last time. And then, of course, the media. Right, so then the corporate media is biased against him. 16 negative stories in 16 hours. Washington Post, so they're doing it again. So here it comes. Here's Jennifer Rubin, hack for the Washington Post. Mm-hmm. While he might perfunctorily chide his followers, Sanders hired one of social media's most aggressive trolls, David Sirota.
Oh, God.
Sanders cannot possibly mean to control animosity spewing from his camp while hiring people infamous for such. They're trying to make David Sirota seem like David Brock. David Brock, you're thinking of David Brock, who worked for the Hillary Clinton campaign and did correct the record. David Brock, who smeared Anita Hill. Remember that? That David Brock. That guy who slut-shamed Anita Hill. Do you remember that guy? He went to work for the Clintons, and then he did correct the record, which was an angry, aggressive, smearing, lying, obnoxious group of well-paid trolls on social media that would lie and slander anybody who was progressive and who was against Hillary Clinton. That you're thinking of David Brock. Right? Is that what she's doing?
Well, that's what David Brock does, but let's be fair and talk about what David Sirota does. What David Sirota does is he'll smear people like Joe Biden by showing videos of Joe Biden talking. Tomato, tomato.
Tomato, tomato.
You know, Jimmy, I was wondering if Jennifer Rubin won the prize today for perfunctorily.
Yes. Oh, there's the word of the day?
Yeah, I think Ruby chose that one earlier.
So this is the headline of the thing. Opinion, Bernie Sanders' Trump-like campaign is a disaster for Democrats. Presidential politics is about building, not dividing. It's a disaster. The guy who could beat Trump. This is a disaster. Could they be more transparently full of shit? Like, this isn't working. And they're just going to keep doing more of it. This is funny.
You mean a Trump-like campaign that won?
Yeah. Trump-like campaign, the one.
That's hard for Jennifer to process.
Yeah, that's like when Barry Weiss goes on Joe Rogan and says, oh, you know how Trump just excited his base, and now I'm afraid the left is going to do that too. Yeah, I'm afraid they're going to copy a winning strategy.
Remember what Trump did? He humiliated a party the entire country was sick of, and then he won an election? Bernie Sanders might do that. Like, oh, no.
I'm so excited.
So this all falls under the category of this. Bernie bro was rude to me online. That's it. And I intend to... And the subtitle is, and I intend to cite this as the chief piece of evidence in my forthcoming argument for why poor people shouldn't have health insurance.
Yes.
That pretty much... And that's the guy who wrote that. It's a very funny guy, Gibson McFuck.
I've tweeted McFuck a few times.
Esquire.
Mr. McFuck is a highly respected political pundit. His new book,
The Bootlicker's Guide to Iron Fisted Spin, is now available for pre-order at Amazon.com.
Mr. McFuck, you have a new follower.
I've been tweeting McFuck for years. He never gets back to me.
So Jennifer Rubin tweets this bullshit, and then this guy says, Soledad O'Brien and Zerlina Maxwell routinely retweet this warmongering neocon who called Obama a Muslim sympathizer. That's who Jennifer Rubin is. Do you want to know who Jennifer Rubin is? She's a warmongering neocon who called Obama a Muslim sympathizer. That's who gets to write the opinion piece up against Bernie in the Washington Post. Why? Because Jeff Bezos is also a neoliberal, corporatist guy, psychopath who wants to screw you and keep you from health care and college and a better life. Why? Because he's a psychopath. Jeff Bezos is a psychopath. I think that's not debatable. So Soledad O'Brien and Zerlina Maxwell routinely retweet this warmongering neocon who called Obama a Muslim sympathizer in case they want to get pissy about who Joe Rogan said he'd vote for. Just so you know.
Nice tweet.
Very nicely done. That is
Zamillo.
Zamilla.
And you're not nobody, Zamillo. You're a somebody.
That's right.
That's a good tweet.
People hate it when an intellectual posts things they can't refute because he uses irrefutable sources. Calling him a troll, talking about David Sirota.
Yeah.
Calling him a troll makes you look like a complete moron. Who the fuck are you? Then he says, why would the Washington Post hire somebody who sounds no different than the average uneducated Trump moron yelling shit from the street? I'll tell you why. Because her opinion lines up with Jeff Bezos' opinion. That's why they hire her. Jeff Bezos hates Bernie Sanders and is afraid of him just as much as Hillary Clinton, as Donald Trump, as Democratic National Committee, as Chuck Schumer, as Nancy Pelosi. That's right. They all hate him and fear him just the same. That's why Jeff Bezos hired. That's why the Washington Post hires her to write that stuff, just so you know. Because it's got nothing to do with they're smart or factual or they're good writers or they have talent or they have a great reputation because they broke a story. No, it's because they're going to write something that lines up with the political point of view of Jeff fucking Bezos. That's the only reason. So there you go. So that more of that.
Yeah, I mean, sarcasm aside, David Sirota is so civil. Like, with everything he does, he is so civil.
That's their play.
And it's like, and what the person who tweeted that, he uses irrefutable sources. You know what he does a lot? He uses firsthand sources. He's like, you know, and Bernie's starting to do that too, which is good. Like, hey, don't take my word on Joe Biden on Social Security. Listen to Joe. Here's footage of Joe, who doesn't know you can find stuff on the internet. Here's what he has to say about Social Security.
Right.
You decide.
Yeah, that's so now their play is to try to make it out that David Sirota is some kind of aggressive and some kind of asshole, like as if he's a David Brock. Again, the exact. So this is just crazy and people I think people see through it because Bernie's surging, and it seems to be one of those things where the more they come at him, the stronger it makes him. And I just hope he understands that. I hope that he doesn't again do any of that bullshit capitulation that he makes so much ground. Like he's not rescinding that Joe Rogan endorsement. He's not fucking doing that. So that's a big step, I think.
Yeah, and I think, at least I hope, that he's seeing that the Teach Out apology was a mistake, and because it was a big mistake. For a number of reasons, because Joe Biden's going to be able to go back to that and point to
That's right.
And he already has, like in that why moment that Joe Biden has, he pointed out that Bernie apologized again, so he'll be able to go back to that. But you know, when Hillary Clinton kind of hijacked the conversation, it deflected away from that when she started smearing Bernie again. So it was almost a gift in disguise, unintentionally. And then Bernie was able to get on message talking about what Joe Biden said on Social Security. So, but it was still a mistake. The apology.
Big mistake. And I'm going to, boy, if Warren Gunnels is going to hear about it again. Hey, come see a live Jimmy Dore show. We're going to be in Tempe, Arizona, Sacramento, San Jose, Miami. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all tickets to all of our live shows. And go to jimmydorecomedy.com/join to become a premium member. We give you hours of bonus material every week. Thanks for your support.